What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Up Close. This week, we're trying to discuss how to start your day right, and maybe some tips to get out of bed with a bang.
And I know we have like completely different mornings. Like our morning schedules are like flipped.
Yeah,
like they're the opposite. For me, the most important thing is actually getting the night before. So I plan what I'm doing the next day, the night before. So I know what I have to do in the morning. Like that whole day is planned, right? And I get enough sleep. Because even though you have to be up in the morning, like a lot of people say they're not morning people and like that, that's all sleep. Plan the sleep right, get to sleep, and you'll be all right. That's the first thing for me. And for me, my mornings is more tranquil, because that first few hours in the day, I don't have to do anything. I wake up, I shower, I eat, I check the news, I like unwind, and then I'll do like little stuff for myself. I'll do things just to make the day easier. I'll get things out of the way. But that's because I'm a night guy. I work at night. I sleep at Fajr. So I pray my Fajr. I don't have to wake up for Fajr. I sleep at Fajr time.
Also, your start of the day is actually the end or the wind down of the day.
Yeah, my start of the day is like 10 p.m. 10 a.m. in the morning. I start 11. Like midday-ish, close to there is when I'm starting my day.
Right.
See what I mean?
Okay.
So for me, the most important thing for me, other than most people, is making sure that everything is done because my day seems shorter to you because I'm starting at 12. All the stuff that you would have been doing, I've done when you're sleeping. If I didn't do it, my day is half the day yours is. Yeah. So for me, it's making sure that I don't end up watching Netflix, playing games, sleeping late, stuff like that, because it will just completely screw over my next day. But yours is different. What do you do?
Absolutely, man. I think you hit the nail on the head when you said the night before, because what you do the night before determines how you wake up in the morning and what state you wake up in. So for me, I try to get to bed on time. And sometimes it's a bit difficult when you have a child, but when you have someone who's supportive as a wife or something like that, it kind of alleviates that pressure. So I try to get to bed on time reasonably, maybe around 10:30 at the latest, just to give me at least around 6 or 7 hours of sleep. I think for everybody, you need to understand how many hours of sleep that you need, because it varies from different. It's not that just you need 7.5 hours. No, it's not a one size fits all. So however many hours you need to sleep to wake up well refreshed, well rested, that's the amount that you should be taking, and just calculate what you need to do to get to bed on that time. So for me, I get to bed on time, wake up well rested, well refreshed, and hopefully around this time of year, it's before Fajr. So maybe around 4:30-ish. So I wake up and I try and at least go to the gym, come back. So I've already boosted that, I've got the endorphins running. Yeah. I've got that little energy, that little pump going, So, and then it's just all smooth from there. Nothing physical, nothing crazy. It's all about, salah, reading a bit of Quran, a bit of like getting my mindset right, making sure that I'm, on the right mindset to start my day off right. And this is all before work. And keep in mind, I start work at 7. So just making sure I do all of that. And then just a bit of time to actually read. Not just read Quran, but actually read something. Just to understand, right? And to take that piece of knowledge and just say, right, this is what I learned today. And this is what I want to try and apply at least today, so that it stays firm in my mind as well. And then the day starts. Like I'll have breakfast and I'll have it with the family and everything. But I think, as you said as well, it just depends. Everybody's different. Their day starts at a different time. They start at a different. They start work at a different time. So it all depends on who you are as a person. So a tip for me would be understand how many hours sleep you need to be well rested. And wake up with some sort of routine, and try and maintain that routine.
Biggest thing is phones waking you up nowadays. Like people have their phones under their pillows or right next to them. You know what I mean? And that's their alarm system. One big thing for me is because I work out as well, and I work at night. And at work, it can differ. It can be a hard day at work. Plus, you got the gym, and sometimes I have to be up in the morning. And that's, even though I have that same amount of sleep, I would need more sleep that day. So with me, that phone, I always keep it across the room. So if that alarm goes off, I'm getting up. And it's a loud one, and I live with my family and everything like that. And you can't let that keep ringing in the morning. You gotta get up and get it. But there are things like this, like you said, the sleeping and just knowing your time schedule and stuff like that is stuff that is universal that most people can do to get stuff done in the morning. But for me, it's mostly you don't do some tasks in the morning. Like whether you have time, if you don't have time, that's different. You wake up, you got to work. But if you have a bit of time in the morning, do something. Because for me, you never know what happens during the day. You can something else can pop up.
That's
like,
right.
I know that feeling of when you get things done in the morning and then you have time later on, compared to when you don't get it done. You're like, I should have just done it earlier and not got it out the way.
Absolutely. And just making sure that you have a routine, because it's not just a routine for sleep, but also a routine in the morning, because when you have that routine, it becomes muscle memory, and then you minimize the amount of decisions you make in the morning. And so it makes it less.
You make the best decisions in the morning as well. Like, that's when you're cognitive, like, awake. Not obviously the first, like, half an hour when you wake up.
No, but what I mean, so that's what I mean, right? If you already know what you have to do and your body already knows how to do it, it's just going to get out of bed and just follow the routine process, right? Yeah. Rather than figure out, oh, what should I have for breakfast? What should I wear today? All of these things are prepared a day early or the night, before. So... yeah, absolutely. I think you're right in saying that, do some tasks in the morning just to keep propelling you, further.
And also, like, we talk about, like, reward systems and goals and stuff like that. Just knocking something out in the morning just gives you that boost. Like you said, like, for you, it was going to the gym. Going to the gym and doing, like, people dread working out sometimes, and getting that out the way in the morning, especially since it's mentally straining and physically straining.
That's right.
That feeling of it's a huge burden already lifted off your shoulders, and you have this feeling of accomplishment throughout the day where you can tackle your tasks, rather than, when you lounge around in the morning and then, later on you do stuff at, like, in the afternoon and the whole day's gone and now you just don't feel like doing anything anymore.
No, you don't.
It's like, nah.
But one tip I would suggest before we close, it would be, maybe just wake up in the morning and just be grateful for one thing, because sometimes recognizing what you're grateful for allows you to work harder. So just wake up, and even Islamically, we're recommended to actually wake up with the dua that the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam taught us. So, and it involves being grateful for the fact that you're alive and understanding your end goal. So wake up with and just say, Alhamdulillah for just something, thank God for something that you are especially, grateful for. There are many things that you can be grateful for, but just pick one thing every single day. Yeah. So
I think to simplify, I would say is sleep with a purpose, wake up with a purpose, and be grateful.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Awesome.
That's it. See you guys.
See ya.